Hello there. Good evening, and welcome to part 17 of our Fire Emblem Engage Maddening mode DLC bracelet focus playthrough. The primary focus of this run being usage of the DLC, as I didn't use it in my previous run at all, outside of the Fel Xenologue, but that's not real. We don't talk about the Fel Xenologue here. Yeah, so we'll be force deploying every bracelet. Soren, Edelgard, Crom, and Robin, Hector, Tiki, Veronica, and Camilla. All of the DLC bracelets will be force deployed. We have some build ideas for each one of them. We've made some builds around each one of them. We have... So, Citrine doesn't really need Holdout++ for this build because she's so fragile and you can weigh her down to next to nothing in terms of speed. She can easily be one-rounded by a lot of enemy types, except for mages. She's got ridiculous resistance. The only reason she has Holdout++ is because we had so much SP on her after one map of enemy phasing with Vantage Thoron Reprisal plus one-shots. Literally, she just had enough SP to get whatever she wanted. She doesn't need Vantage Plus either because she's always going to be at exactly 1 HP if we're doing it correctly. I did give her the Seraph robe that we picked up in chapter 19? 20? Relatively recently. Which brought her to the cap of 43 for Sage. If it winds up that her magic... sorry, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. If we wind up having enough magic in, say, Mage Knight to continue Vantage one-shotting, we could switch her to Mage Knight for extra bulk, which has a much higher HP cap, which will then translate to more reprisal plus damage. But for now, Sage is doing just fine. Hey, Luna. How's it going? But yeah, that's why we have that on Citrine. But that's our big build around Veronica with Reprisal. We also have Ivy and Soren built out for a similar-ish Juggernaut playstyle. Cookies? Hell yeah. What kind? That's important. It's not really important. Most cookies are pretty banging. But, I want to know. So we get Ivy set up with Speed Taker. She's got pretty decent base speed. She's been fed a couple of speed wings to help with that. Once she gets off the ground, no flying pun intended, I suppose, in terms of speed, to where she can double basically everything on the map, we can send her to a relatively enemy-dense area, engage, utilizing Flare to heal her up, in conjunction with Holdout Plus to maybe protect her from perhaps flyer effective damage like Excalibur or just bows. With Holdout Plus, she's nigh invincible. With Keen Insight Plus and Rex Caliber, she can easily one-shot Wyverns. Not even one round, just one-shot Wyverns. And likely would do the same to Griffins. My only concern is her hit, but Soren is helping with a bit of dex. And we could probably start getting dex tonics for her if her accuracy is a bit too shaky. But we do have a hit forge on her Bolganon. I think it's one of the highest ones. So, that's pretty good. We could also switch it to like the Sacred Forge if we wanted to, which does reduce crit avoid. But that's not a super huge issue for Ivy because she has holdout, so if she does get crit, she'll just survive at 1, and then flare back that HP, and then she can survive the next attack with holdout, etc., etc. That's the whole loop that we've built with Ivy. which has worked out phenomenally so far. And because she does most of her work on enemy phase, she can still use like utility or status saves on player phase, like some sort of like a rescue or freeze. In this case, I've kept on her, or even just healing someone with the physic. Those are like the two big juggernaut builds I've made. Everyone else is just kind of solid combat unit. Kagetsu's stats are insane. I don't understand how this unit is so good. He's super tanky, super strong, and super fast. All in one package. Like, his speed is probably his worst attribute, and he's still really fucking fast. So, absolutely insane. Edelgard has made him even more phenomenal. Marin, I kind of put all my eggs in on Citrine and Ivy for their builds. So Marin's just a solid mage knight. She can engage to get the plus 10 magic from other half and be a huge magical nuke. She's also very fast, so she's doing really well. Amber is on a... We're probably going to get him Vantage at some point. We're trying to do like an Axe Power, massive strength one-shot build, which is working somewhat. Have you not seen the warrior outfit? It's something, alright. And you can make any character a warrior, mind you. It has the same outfit for females, except they have the sports bra looking top on. Yeah, warrior's also one of the best classes in this game for a physical unit, so pretty good. But yeah, Amber, very strong. He is tanky enough at the moment to where he sometimes gets ignored while he's engaged because of Impenetrable. It gets harder and harder to make sure he gets attacked by every enemy type as time goes on, because his defense is huge. At 30 defense, if Impenetrable triggers, it goes up to 40. That's a pretty significant jump. And if he has adaptability, bringing it up to 33, that brings it up to 44 then. So, which is even more significant. So, it's kind of a challenge to get him attacked by stuff. We can use Assign Decoy to force things to attack him, but at that point, we have Ivy built to be an enemy phase machine. Why not just let Ivy do it? Bram, like, the rest of our units after Ivy and Citrine are really just built around player phasing, except for Tamara. She's kind of fallen behind a lot. I don't really know what to do with her, so we're just kind of vibing with Tamara right now. She's doing her thing. She's helping. It's fine. But my big player phase units, Alchrist, obviously, he's doing okay. Luna's alright. We just got him his forged and engraved Brave Bow. So he's just not that consistent. Like, he frequently has single-digit numbers on sheet damage, and then requires a Luna trigger to actually deal real damage. So his crit rate is pretty good, though, which is nice. His high dex, along with... let's equip the Brave Bow, because his does have some crit on it. Yeah, he's got around 50% crit, so he'll see on enemies that have just, like, average luck, around 30-ish% crit on most enemies, which is, on a Brave Bow, if he's doubling, 4 shots at critting. If he deals any damage is to be seen, but, you know. But the rest of our units, Zelkov, just another pretty strong Wyvern. Again, fast. Not quite as tanky as Kagetsu, but I don't think that would happen anyway. Not quite as strong either, but he is quite far behind in levels, so take that for what it is. He does have Lunar Brace and Gentility to lean on for additional damage, just like Kagetsu does have Weapon Sync Plus to lean on for extra damage, so they both have their little bumps in damage. He does have 2 crit weapons right now. The Fate Forge and the Blazing Forge both had a lot of crit, so could be helpful. Fram is kind of in a similar boat. She's a lot tankier than she looks. Once she engages, and if she has Geosphere Plus triggered, she actually has closer to around 31 HP, or 31 defense. And then, additionally, she's got, like, almost 70 HP. She's also extremely fast, so she's not getting doubled by anything. She is res capped, so her res isn't going to get any better, because Warrior's res cap is really low. But it's still a respectable amount. Who's Lear marrying? Probably Ivy this run. We married Yunaka last run, and we haven't been using her. But Ivy is definitely in contention at the moment. But we'll have to see. Maybe Citrine. Citrine's been an absolute workhorse in this run ever since we got her build online. Yeah, that's really it. Like, everyone else is just more player phase centric. Whereas Ivy and Citrine specifically are really just, like, hard setup for enemy phase. Citrine more so than Ivy. Ivy can work on player phase as well, because she'll just be fast enough to double, whereas Citrine almost never will be. With Bolganon, she can probably double generals, but we don't have Mage Knight Alir. She's currently in Divine Dragon. Oh, Marin? Just to take advantage of her speed, her magic and strength are very similar, and magic is way, way, way easier to make work on Maddening mode than physical combat is, and her strength just... I could have made her a warrior or a wyvern and probably had an okay-ish physical unit, but as a magical unit, especially leaning on the +10 magic from other half, she shines really, really well. Like, she does incredible with this build. She doesn't really take advantage of, like, the Levin Sword or Giga Levin Sword or even the Falchion, but, like, none of the engaged weapons matter. And if nothing else, she can always just rally Spectrum, which is great. Yeah, it's a good color scheme. I like it. It's very mage color scheme, the dark purple and the blue. And then once we get Veil and Mauvier, which should be in the next couple of chapters, we're going to be switching Zelkov probably to Roy, because we'll have a couple of extra ring slots. Either Roy, Sigurd, or Marth. One of the three will be what Zelkov gets. We're going to shift Erica to Seedal, and then we're going to put Lucina on Alir, and we're going to switch Alir to Martial Master. And then we'll have Byleth on Veil like we did last time, and then probably... I forget who. We had a plan for Mauvier. I think it was Micaiah on Mauvier? Oh, no, Camilla. We were going to put Camilla on Mauvier. Switch him to... what do you call it? Mage Knight. Put Camilla on him, and let him go ham. As it were. Yeah, I have to say, like, the class outfits and armor sets are phenomenal in this game. Like, they look really good. Really good. So, we do have a little bit to do in the Somniel here. I did all the fishing, but I haven't had time.
Which would you like?
Between working out in the morning and doing other stuff.
Have a nice flight.
Oh yeah, for sure. The warrior outfit is... we'll say a bit risque, but it's good. It's really good. Plus, I love, like, I think the smaller characters look really funny in it, like Fram. That's such a good warrior outfit, honestly. Oh yeah, Vander. I think on the Fire Emblem subreddit, like right after the game came out, someone was like, hey, here's a collage of every character in the warrior outfit. I was like, why did they do that? And I was like, oh, I see. After I looked at it, because I hadn't gotten to that point in the game yet when I saw the post. to like getting promoted units. Like I was really, really early on. And I was like, oh, I get it. It's a thirst post. Got it. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad we got a couple of our builds online finally. I've been super indecisive on how I wanted to play. And I feel like I finally just settled on something. And it's worked really well. Which is nice. Big fan. I don't know if these strategies would be... I mean, it's a Fire Emblem game. All of the characters are anime characters. They're all going to be hot. Saw me, you bastard. You shot my yellow thing again. Oh well. It may have been me. I don't know, I was wildly flailing for a minute. But we just gotta do this. And then... push-ups or something.
Just what I'd expect.
Not doing any of the other like recreational activities like squats and
Until next time.
fucking sit-ups are a bait. So another expert book from a 3-pull. Bro, we're killing it on the gacha system here. They can't handle us. Sit-ups kill your hand. Yeah, oh, in-game. I was like, how do sit-ups hurt your hands? Push-ups? Pull-ups?
Ah.
Me have big dumb brain.
What'll it be?
Dumb brain go
How
oop
hard
oop.
do you want to go?
Yeah, no. Like, the sit-ups are ridiculous. I was like, mash. It was hurting my arm.
Looking good.
I was like, no, never again.
Nice.
I was like, I've not done it before. We're running like a full support build of Lear.
Perfect.
I may as well try them. Like, get the HP instead
Looking
or whatever.
good.
Check out the Dex one too, because again, full support of Lear
Perfect.
doesn't really see combat at all. Maybe once or twice a map.
Keep it up.
I don't really need the strength. Let's try it out.
Nice.
Never again. For the sake of simplicity. No, thank you.
You've got this. Looking good.
But this is the last thing we have to do before we leave. I think in terms of forging, I'm pretty sure I forged up Kagetsu's silver sword to +3.
Looking good.
But I don't have the silver
got
to
this.
continue forging up like other special weapons like the Noatune or the Revenge
Nice.
for Zelkov and
Keep it up.
Bram.
Nice.
I also might switch
Keep
once
it
we
up.
get Marth back. I might switch
Nice.
Fram and Kagetsu's like weapons
Looking
and stuff
good.
around. Because the Noatune is
You got
actually
this.
really light.
Great
um,
job. I'm so
I
proud.
could just do it now. The Noatune is really light
Let's do this again sometime.
for an axe. I'm pretty sure it's like 8-ish. Let me check. Oh no, it's 10. And the Revenge is... There she is. 12. Old Pokemon card burger. I'm pretty sure I do too somewhere. If not, my brother definitely does. I have one of those like the old gold card Mewtwo's. It's pretty sick. I could switch the Revenge and Noatune because Zelkov has the build to not lose speed from it, and it's a little bit stronger. And Fram doesn't have the build to not lose speed to it, so we could switch the Noatune to her. Which I think will be good. Oh, he can't use it, that's why I did it. Yeah, never mind. I feel like I've had this idea before, and every time I do it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't work. Never mind then. Bram will just have to get good. But yeah, I'll check on forging, but I'm pretty sure we're done here. We're gonna just jump into the next chapter. Old elementary school friend gave it to you. When? Is this like a recent development? Yeah, we have no silver, no steel, no iron, so we're done.
I'll be here.
So we are off to the next chapter. Okay, so back in ye olden day is when you received it. Okay. Right, we just did Wyvern Hell. So, do we have any paralogs left that I'm actively using? I think no. We're not using Sigurd. We're probably not using Celica. This is Anna and Jean. Yeah, I think those are the only ones we did. We did Leafs because it had a speed wing, and I really wanted it for Ivy. Yeah, I guess we're good. As a Poliwhirl. Okay. Yeah, I know my brother had the Mewtwo. If I had one, I probably gave it to him at some point. I'm not much of a collector. I don't have things. So...
Our ship is docked here.
Thank you for escorting us.
I have some light novels. And some books. I have a signed poster.
Marnie was just...
That's about it. I do have a signed football helmet over here. Oh, right, I did get this thing. My friend ordered this from Pop-Up Parade. It's Bernadetta. It's hard to see because it's a tiny screen, and she's still in the plastic. But he got the Bernadetta figurine from the Pop-Up Parade for me for Christmas. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Bernie's the shit. So... Oh, hey, we have Mauvier. It's too bad I can't give him a ring. He'll be staff utility for this map. Let's talk about Mauvier real quick. As is customary... Hey, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? As is customary in this game, Mauvier's join chapter does not do him any favors, and his join class is also not very good. However, Royal Knight does have some applications. If you have a Lucina user with bad res, which our Lear will be, your unit could be the target of a lot of status stabs, including Fracture. So if your Lucina carrier gets broken, they no longer bonded shield until they get attacked and that break ends. If you have a Royal Knight, their passive can trigger Reforge, so sacrifice 10 HP and removes the broken status from an adjacent ally. So that is one good utility that Royal Knight can provide. Outside of that, it's just a magically stinted cavalry unit, which typically doesn't have the best stats. So, overall, fine. They tend to be just kind of generally good. Like, his defense is pretty good, his res is pretty good, but neither are very good. His speed is okay, but not great. He's not going to get doubled by a lot of stuff. He's also not going to double a lot of stuff. And then his damage with physical weapons is fine. His damage with magic weapons is fine. Generally, middle of the pack style units and classes like that are not very good in Maddening mode because you need to be really good at something or you're not good enough at something because the enemy quality is so high. That said, I am very much looking forward to watching Citrine one-tap these fucking idiots. Because for all her shortcomings, her magic stat is redonkulous. So she's got 64 attack here. If she is at 1 HP, she'll be missing 42, which is an extra 21 attack from Reprisal Plus. 50% of lost HP to attack. So she'll have 85 magic attack, which is... These guys have 80 total magical bulk, 65 HP, and 15 resistance. Quick maths, 80. She has enough damage to one-shot generals. 75. She has enough damage to one-shot snipers. 79, 85. She just barely has enough damage to one-shot paladins. And if she didn't, we could get her an HP tonic. And do that. Does she already have +2 magic from activity? Yes, so a tonic would do nothing for her in terms of magic. Do you have fun Persona 5 Royal? Nice. Congrats. How did you like the game? Hopefully it was good. I know we get a shit-ass ton of reinforcements at some point on this map. I know of it, but I've not played it. So, take that for what you will. I don't know if... What's the... Here, just defeat Vale. Okay, so we could very easily do that pretty quick if we deployed Micaiah, but I kind of just want to do this map with my Juggernauts here, which my plan for early on is going to be... We're just going to engage Ivy right off the bat. Oh yeah, no, Vale looks sick. She's got the whole, like, red eyes, the horned helmet. It's good. Can we get a close-up? There we go. Yeah. Also, the dress is like a dragon's wing and claws wrapped around her. Super sick. Super, super sick looking outfit. Quality. Good stuff. No shoes. Little weird, but that's okay. It's a dragon thing, I guess. I don't know. Zephia is going to get us our S-rank sword, which no one in our army can use. And Gregory is going to give us a Spirit Dust for maybe Ivy? Maybe Citrine? I don't know. Citrine's magic is not near cap yet. If Gregory is a sage, and his... Sorry, Gris. Sorry, yeah, he's Gregory in the Xenologue. He has 41 magic and is not capped. Citrine's magic is at 35. So she's still got quite a bit of room to go to get more magic in Sage. Outside of that, I don't really have a plan for the rest of my units. If I can, I'll probably wind up soaking up most of this pack with Ivy. And I'll have a couple of my player phase units come over here to the left and start dealing with these dragons as well. Zelkov will be a really good way of dealing with that. Because he can just Twin Strike and deal huge damage. Veronica's personal weapon? Which one? The, Blidskelf? Or the Elvagar? Elevagar. There we go. Leoskel. Yeah, it's... it's actually, that O is not an O, it's like a really fucked up D. So it's like the Glidskelf. It's something. It's also, it's a tome, not a staff. Which is dumb, if you look at it. Yeah, no, Nordic, like old Nordic words are fucking weird. So, anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna have some of my player phase focused units come over this way, deal with a couple of nerds, have my not player phased units go away, and deal with other stuff. I am gonna get a dance on Ivy as well, with a single kill and a dance from Seedall. She'll double the snipers, and then she can kind of just enemy phase this whole pack. Yeah. He smashed Mjolnir on the keyboard, but he was holding Alt at the same time, so it brought up some fucking weird letter every time. So he was just like, Alt, bang, bang, bang. Easy. And Norse was born. Let's see. I don't know, we can do something like this. I don't know what I want to do with Citrine. She doesn't need any prep like Ivy does. Ivy needs a little bit, like a turn, to get off the ground. Citrine just needs to get fucking blasted and then tap him back. Easy clap. No problem. So, let's get started. The only thing we have to watch out for with Ivy is 3 range weapons. So, we could also, instead of putting a dance on Ivy, get her a Rally Spectrum from Marin. But I want to be wary of those ranges right there at the very beginning.
All is set.
These fucking paladins, man. But it's okay. I can canter away from these guys.
The time has come.
Right. So we Twin Strike with that. Easy kill.
If this is war, so be it. Such ephemeral life.
Alright. Easy. Cancer out of the way.
Allow me.
We could warp Citrine over here somewhere. So I don't plan on doing a ton of warp skips in the in-game. I really want to show off the, the unit builds. So we can even, like, walk over, because, like, she takes no setup. Like, I'm gonna summon a nerd, and then roll. Let's see. We've got a lot of armored units here. What else do we have on this map? Armors, a decent chunk of calves, and some flyers. So we're gonna summon a gray unit. Because that can be either tomes or bows, both of which would be nice.
I wonder who will come to serve me. Take this!
Okay. We got Micaiah. With the Fanny, she actually does exactly what we wanted out of one of these units, which was to be able to kill armors and cavalry. We're not going to throw her at this pack because we want Ivy to deal with it, but that's
No mistakes.
actually pretty funny how that worked out. So I'm actually going to attack this guy with Ivy to start with, just to weaken him, and then get the dance from Seedall.
Allow me.
After he fucking kicks him in the nose, apparently. Yeah, no. It's not only is it a magic attack versus a low-res target, it's also effective damage. Fanny is effective against cavalry and armors. So, it's good stuff.
The
Right,
choice
so now we
is
get
yours.
dance. Okay. Yeah, perfect, right there. So now Ivy has 29 speed. After she kills a unit, she'll have 31 speed, which will be just enough, 1 point over what she needs to double snipers. So all she'll have to do is kill one of these generals, We're going to engage so that we have
Emblem, engage.
flare. And then we just kill when it's... We'll kill the one that doesn't counterattack. Actually, no, we'll kill this one.
Observe.
Oh, there you go. We got Seed to attack an armored unit. Problem solved.
There is no escape. Unforgivable.
There we go. Look, dude, Seedall wants in on all the action, okay? You can't stop it.
I'll protect you. Emblem, engage!
Alchrist can't quite reach this guy with the Mulagear. So we could Astrostorm with the Mulagear instead. But I feel like I'd rather do that on this dragon that's super far ahead. Since that's effective
Come and
damage.
face me.
And then we could maybe...
Emblem, engage!
Look, he's a professional dancer, Luna. He knows what he's doing. This is dragon effective damage. It's not quite enough, but it is a decent amount of crit, and he doesn't die on the counterattack. So I feel like this is probably the play. And we should probably attack from here. It doesn't change anything about combat, but it does let him canter back toward the rest of the pack a little bit quicker.
I'll lead.
Seedall kicking a dragon in the face. Alright, no crit there. Does get blasted. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Unfortunate.
Well, he kicked a dragon, so
Whatever you
take
say.
that. Brave Bow. Yeah, but Alchrist is just a fucking slot machine at this point. Oh, there's the Luna trigger, so they'll actually kill.
Everyone. I had no choice but to win.
There we go. If you ever build a unit like this, you really want to take advantage of them early in the phase. Like, I still had 4 other units that probably could have reached that, just to make sure that there was no issues there. So, always, always, always use units like that where you're relying on a skill trigger, similar to Sandstorm, or, in Alchrist's case, Luna,
Let's do this.
in order to actually deal damage. So now let's warp Citrine. Oh, we can't warp nearly far enough. Hortensia, are you okay? Hold on. I'm gonna bring it back so that Tamara can help here. We're gonna reposition Citrine over, and then we can go a little further. There we go. We can get 3 of them. That's good. We'll have Micaiah over here as backup, as well as, I guess, Amber can go. Everybody else here just needs to kind of get the fuck out of the way.
All right.
And Amber, or sorry, Fram can chill right where she's at. Actually, I'm going to bring her over here so that she can trigger Geosphere. In case it's necessary. Alright. Here comes the slaughter.
For Lucia.
Okay. It's pretty good level up. We take those. Now, we're not relying on Ivy dodging any of these attacks, mind you. She'll have a ton of healing from Flare, and then hold out to back that up. The fact that she is dodging them is just a side effect of the rune we have on her weapon, the engraving. We use it for accuracy. but it also gives a lot of avoid.
Please forgive me.
Fucking beautiful, man.
Unforgivable.
Nice great axe, bro. She just vantages that because it's a great axe, which is hilarious. Oh, she got hit once. Hog. Wait, she's back at full health.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, flare triggering on enemy phase is not okay. Alright, these bow knights are not wielding silver bows, so it is not a problem. She is unfortunately not fast enough to double them, so what we can do is... How much speed do you need to double? 5? Sheesh. Well, we can't do that. We can do that. We can do that. Alright, now she has +6 speed. Ah, shit. It's just that one bow knight, actually, so he'll be dead. And then this will trigger Speed Taker, so she'll be even closer to not needing this Speed Crutch. And then she'll kill all these guys on enemy phase. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead.
I'm sorry you're stuck with me.
I don't remember if killing this dragon triggers reinforcements or not, but we're gonna find out together. No, we're not. Alchris does fuck and all for damage, apparently.
So weak. I claim this victory.
Go Mavier, Flame Lance. Huge.
Have I made a difference?
Think about a payload. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. How goes? How was your stream? $48. That's not nearly enough to kill this guy, yeah? No, not at all. Eek. The accuracy is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But it's
Just like a hero.
a position her somewhere around here.
I am bruised.
Oh my goodness. Ivy's in range of so many bows. And you'll see she's not getting full HP back from that because the bow knights don't have a lot of health. So Flare can only suck back so much HP. But she has holdout to make up for this. So she would die to this next bow knight without holdout. But she has holdout, so she's fine. Even if she didn't dodge, she was fine. This holdout would have kept her at 1.
Unforgivable.
Thus, the beauty of self-healing with holdout being really fucking strong. I don't trust Citrine's accuracy against a Swordmaster. So we're gonna definitely try and go for this guy on player phase as well. Yeah, 72 is not high. We'll have 2 shots at it.
Please forgive me.
That is the one thing that's not great about this build, and if I can get away with it, eventually, maybe with that Spirit Dust, we can switch her off of this forge, because this forge, the Genealogy Forge, or whatever it's called, has an increase in might. But if we can switch her to like the Sacred Forge for better accuracy, or even the one that Ivy has currently, the Lucina Forge, I don't know what it's called. One of those two would be huge for her. So we've got 31 speed. We double all of these units, so she is good to tank all 3. And the rest of the units we can move up with. I'm gonna buff up Alchrist and bait this dragon down. Debating if we engage a Lear and go for the Instruct All as well, because we do have meal for favorite food, so we do have good access to it.
Lend me your strength.
So if we do that, Instruct All, and then
Emblem, engage!
Age, Astra Storm with the Muligir's the highest might, I think. That's significantly better damage. It's not perfect, but it's better. So we'll go for it. We'll also probably get Luna triggers. 1 or 2 of them. I think is the average would be 2 to 3 across 5 hits. We only got 1. Still, it's not a huge amount of damage. But that should get this formation moving. Welcome back. You have not missed a lot. All of my staff units are no longer doing things. I just realized, like, both Citrine and Ivy are, like, non-existent at the moment. Is that Zephyia able to hit there? Yeah, that's Thoron for sure. Yeah. So we could bait Zephyia with Fram on like a longbow. She'll definitely double. I don't think she's gonna kill by any means, but she should definitely double. Yeah, 39 speed. There's no way she doesn't. Yeah. Especially with Thoron down to 21. Yeah. So we can bait with Fram. Do one of these. Okay. You're heading out to 7-Eleven. For milk? That doesn't sound like a Slurpee.
I claim this victory. Please forgive me.
Nice and easy on the Citrine front here.
I claim this victory.
Nice and clean for Ivy, too.
nothing personal. I'm merely following Lady Vale's orders.
I think we get a shit-ass load of reinforcements now that we've baited one of the big boss enemies.
Unforgivable.
Yo, it was super nice out here today, too. It was like 80 degrees, sunny, nice breeze out. It's good. Which is roughly 30 degrees Celsius. I literally pulled up a thing to just be like, how many degrees is that? Oh dear. Okay, yeah, we do have all the reinforcements from the back. Those aren't really a problem. My problem is just chewing through all of this turn. If I aim this right, Hortensia should be able to hex most of these units with Dark Inferno. I just need to aim it right. Oh. Almost. What about here? I guess 4 of them. I think this is probably my best one. Because that gets 2 of the Wyverns, the Dragon, and Zephyia in the Hex. If I could get Gregory and her and Zephyia, that's probably my better bet. That does put fire everywhere, though, if I do that. So if I do it from here, that's probably a bit better. That blocks off less of the units that I care about, but still hexes the ones that I want hexed. Because Draconic Hex is going to hex every target of the Dark Inferno, so, which is a pretty sick interaction.
2 hounds or 4, doesn't matter to me. I'll fight, and that's that.
Time to play!
There we go. Now the world's on fire. Okay, so we've got a lot of options in terms of what we can do. I think the first thing we should do is definitely go with Tamara. She can take a bite out of Briss. Yeah, one of these two. Chain attack with who? Oh, Fram. Yeah. We'll go with Griss. If she triggers Sandstorm on the hit, she'll definitely one-tap him. But this is really all she's doing, so... Alright, no Sandstorm trigger, which is fine. Imagine getting doubled by Griss. Yikes. Okay, we should be able to kill everything here this turn. It's just a matter of getting everyone in position for a fat Dance of the Goddess in order to do so. He doesn't take any less damage engaged, because all the defensive bonuses you get are on enemy phase. So... Citrine can reach... here, or here. Amber can reach either or. I'll probably want to go here with Amber, so we can let Citrine finish off a health bar for Gregory. Not because, like, having Amber go here is mostly a concession to wanting to not include Tamara in a Dance of the Goddess. She's just not that valuable, unfortunately.
Observe!
I can help! Come on!
I will be a hero! That settles it.
Okay. And we can canter to make this better, too. I think right here is where we want to be, though. And I think I am going to dance for Tamara, not because she's going to be useful for combat, but because we can move her out of the way, and we can get Citrine... Or we can move her over here to reposition Citrine to here, and then we can get Citrine into the Dance of the Goddess, which is a one-shot on any of these enemies. And then we can canter Seedall to, like, here, and also be part of the Dance of the Goddess.
At your service.
And she can stand here and attack any of these units. I'm gonna go with some of the bulkier ones, so we'll go for this guy.
Allow me.
Me too!
Please forgive me.
Because she has no problem killing them, but other units might struggle to have enough damage.
I'll lead. Even mighty ones fall. I am sorry.
Not fast enough to double a wyvern. God damn, they're fast, man.
Emblem, engage!
Alright. Other half is really good.
I'll follow.
Giving her enough damage to double is
You were
massive.
a worthy opponent.
Perfect.
Allow me.
I'll apologize later.
Sadists and Fire Emblem. Never change. Or do. I'm not the boss of you.
Observe.
It's decided.
Go here. Yeah, it'll do. I do like that Zelkov's not dying to a hit from Excalibur, because Gris has really high magic, and Excalibur is an effective weapon, but he's just not quite getting one-tapped, which is nice.
I'll lead.
I will not dig this grave.
Okay. Fine. Alright. Mavier can't really reach anything. Let's go ahead and get my goddess dance on.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Math's not adding up right now on killing everything, so we may have to be safe from, like, the Sage, or, like, bait him into attacking Citrine. Oh wait, no, we do have it. Oh no, I don't. I shouldn't have cantered away. Hold on. I'm bad. We do have it if I stay right here. Because we get 2 actions after using Houses Unite. With the 3 Houses kids. Because they're adjacent to Byleth.
Siege! Oh!
Figured it out. The math now checks out.
Let's do this!
That's it! Strategy in motion!
Let's see you dog
Watch this!
Unfortunate.
Nailed it. Oh, he can attack her without dying. That's good. Okay, so we can... Now we can do this.
Allow me.
I'm here!
I claim this victory.
Okay. Well, Micaiah threatened to be helpful, but she was not. Unfortunate. I don't...
Still good.
Can Amber attack without dying? Oh yeah, he can. Look at that, doesn't even need the chain attack help. What a legend. Fat damage. Nice dodge too. Beautiful.
Nothing short of
Oh,
victory!
get absolutely heinously wrecked, lady.
Perhaps you do have what it takes.
Didn't stand a chance. He really is a hero. Look at him go. Nice and strong. Big chunky boy. A good unit. Speaking of good units, hey Ivy. I'm gonna need you to be like over here somewhere. She needs to catch up with the rest of my army. She's about to lose her engage,
Unforgivable.
which removes her enemy phase potential. Like, safe enemy phase potential, I should say. Seedall can dance for whomever we want to kill Gris, so we're good here. He one-shots him, so we don't have to worry about the counterattack here. Even though it does have low accuracy. Even without the crit,
I am
he
sorry.
was one-shotting, so... Easy. Okay. And then... who do we want to dance for? Probably just Citrine.
Exquisite. Death means no more.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's literally all I would love to, like... Well, she can't get HP, because she's already capped on HP, because of that Seraph Rope. But I would have loved nothing more than just magic and dex. Like, better accuracy, more damage. That's all she needs. She just needs speed. She doesn't need any sort of resistance or survivability at all. She just needs magic and accuracy. That's it.
Unforgivable.
And I suppose we could look at enemy hit rates against Ivy and still enemy phase with her. But we're going to rush down Veil on this coming turn, and we're going to have a metric fuckload of reinforcements here. I could just turn Citrine around. Fuck, she got health from Seedall. Shit. Hold out plus plus is how much health? 10% HP? I think that's enough, actually. I'm gonna move her last in case it's not. But we're definitely gonna need a Fat Instruct All on her. We're gonna pull Veil down if we can. Does she move? She does move. So yeah, if we can pull Veil down, that would be ideal. With 105 Avoid, she doesn't really face hit from that Tomahawk, so we should be fine there. We can Rally Plus. Doesn't hit anybody relevant, but it's there. Would like to get her in range of almost all of these, if I can. I need Seedall to be able to canter back, though. Let's visit up here, because her magic is nuts. Dance. Canter back. That gives her some skill and luck as well, which helps with accuracy. Or sorry. Yeah, dex and luck. Yeah, okay. Go here. Here gets both sages. She's still vantaging, though. But she's at enough damage to kill, so this gets both sages, this gets all the wyverns. I don't know which one I care about more. I mean, the likely is that I don't care about any of them, but...
Please forgive me.
If she doesn't one-shot one of these guys, she should... if she doesn't one-shot one of them, she should still hold out and then continue one-shotting everything else. But her damage steadily climbs over the map because of level up for now. Level boost, rather. So her magic is a bit higher than it would be normally. So, looking pretty good. Who's that? It's a wyvern with a tomahawk. The likelihood that he attacks Tamara is next to none. I'm just going to reposition you. Go here. Okay. We're doing alright. What is the status staff I'm seeing? What do you do? Entrap? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't like it. What is their hit rate with that entrap staff? 110? I don't know what my avoidance to that is. I cannot put Amber in range of that. He will get sucked in.
You and me, let's do this.
Bram's is also pretty high, but probably not enough. We can get some chain attacks with Alchrist from those guys. That should be good. We're not going to have Dance of the Goddess, but we also only have to kill one target here, so it's not the end of the world. Okay.
I claim this victory.
Alright. Citrine still doing good work here.
Please forgive me.
I have a gift for you.
Uh-oh.
How's that?
Goodbye.
I claim this victory.
Just deleted his whole soul, dude. God damn.
Yeah. Please forgive me.
Ah, fuck, she got hit. That's not good. Oh, is she dead?
Who are you looking?
I think she's dead.
I'll crush you.
Yeah. That's 45.
Well,
Okay, well, can't do that then.
I did.
Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of reinforcements. Okay. Let me check something real quick. I do have silent stabs, so we're gonna have to redo that whole turn, aren't we? Yeah, I moved Marin almost immediately. So what I can do is where is Hortensia? There you are. Bring Byleth up here. Do that. Hortensia up here. We may have to dance for Hortensia to do this, but we'll see if she can reach. I don't think she can at the moment. Let's stash the warp staff and grab silence. She cannot reach with silence, so let's do this. Mend. Okay. How close do we have to be to silencing? We can do it from here. This is the range. Okay, so we'll have to get her out of there somehow. 20% hit, you say? Well, that's very rude. Alright, in that case, how about we do this? Oh no, Vantage doesn't work against, engage abilities. I'm trying to think if I, how I do this. This is enough HP for holdout to trigger, right? 10%? Yeah, that's 11.3% HP. So mathematically, this should be fine. If I just move Citrine up to here, get her entrapped, then Veil should attack with whatever it's called. which will pop off, or which will trigger holdout, so she won't die. And then she'll go down to 1 HP, which puts her at good odds to hit everything up here, except this guy's probably going to be on an avoid tile. Because where does this entrap take you? If we get to here, we may have to go to like there in order to do it. We'll see. So he doesn't have to move all the way up to hit Citrine here. He could teleport to where some units are attacking from the protection tile, which will make her accuracy significantly worse. So, well, let's see. Or he can just answer for her and move her to that spot and see if it goes. Okay. I don't trust it. In the slightest do I trust this. We could Great Ether. You guys got a Thor. They both have Thorons, though. Like, there's no reason to do it. I really shouldn't be using stabs like that on Lavier, since... yeah, this guy probably moves. Alright. Alright, Citrine is fucking enormous right now with all these buffs. So,
Give me strong foes.
let's see what happens. Oh, is the entrap just not gonna happen now? Oh my god, that's so fucking lame. Okay, well... I mean, I'm not really concerned about anything down here. I have like my whole army here. They're gonna put it down to RNG, aren't they? I wonder if Citrine's accuracy will be much better with something like that. Grab an entrap and a silence. Trade those to her. The 49's not really that great. Oh, she can't use the entrap? Oh, is that an S-rank staff? Alright, well I guess we'll go for it. Can I hit her with a rally first? Can. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, actually a good chunk. Nice. Easy. Never worried. Not even once. She is in range of Veil. Yes, but not for Falchion, so no worries, I guess. Ooh, hold on. We have... Never mind. There's 0% chance that Citrine does not one-shot every single one of these enemies. She could maybe miss this guy, because he's going to have a passive 84 avoid. So she'll have not quite perfect hit, but close enough.
Emblem, engage! Steward attack!
Easy. Just crit, well, now.
It's ours! For
Yep.
the Divine Dragon.
Awaiting orders.
Armad's is effective. That's pretty strong.
I'll go first!
Just like a hero.
I don't have a great way of dealing with these guys on enemy phase, so we're probably just gonna have to hit these guys and run. Hit him with the old hit and run. Oh, he is juiced out of his mind right now on
Allow me. Have some more.
external buffs.
Unfortunate.
He's got like +6 to everything from the rally and the goddess dance.
Yes.
He, on the other hand, does not. She's got 101 avoid. There's a decent shot she just doesn't get hit by the Thorons. It's not super reliable, but if she does get hit, she's getting hit for about 20, it looks like. Yeah. It's a toss-up if she survives that phase or not. Huh. Yeah, 3 range is not what Ivy deals with well, unfortunately. That's literally every enemy. We could attack from here. Dance for her. Cedal would still be in range of a Thoron, though. If I attack from here, Cedal will be dancing from here, and then he can only canter 1-2 away. We could attack with Thoron here, finish off with somebody else, or if Cedal's bonus attack triggers were good. Let's see what happens first.
I'll lead.
Alright. Oh. We got the lucky chain attack and one missed. Of fucking course. If she's just standing right here, we can actually just enemy phase with Thoron. And be fine.
Allow me.
There you go, Cedal.
Unreliable.
Oh, hey! She's capped. Nice. Oh, that's good too. More speed and bulk is always welcome on Ivy. We don't want a Great Ether here. That'd be silly. Oh, he one-shots all Chris. We can't do that. Alright.
I claim this victory. Please forgive me.
Who are you looking at? The me in front of you? Or the me from before?
I claim this victory.
No problems here. That is not who I thought was in range to be attacked. Okay, it was just by the one. That's fine. Nice holdout trigger. Easy. That's why we have these things. Yeah, the Thoron Forge also has a really bad engraving on it, unfortunately. And this is the "it's time for you to leave" moment. Here come all the reinforcements. You shouldn't be here anymore, she says. So we can put a Lear right here. Oh my god, it's lagging so bad. Oh, she hasn't taken damage, so we can't use the lunch. I mean, we don't need it because we can just be like a Lamau one-shotter with Citrine. But it's still like, come on. We found a flaw in the build. I'll say that.
I won't lose.
And when I say a Lamau we can one-shot her with Citrine, we can do that twice. Because Seedall can reach the dance.
Observe. That settles it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. I wasn't expecting her to actually be able to kill this guy, but that's good.
Allow me.
She can one-round Thoron Sages.
You have my respect.
What an absolute Chad.
I'm on a mission! It's decided.
Oh wait, Cedal can't reach to Nance. I'm sure we can cobble something together here.
Oh, how I wanted to find you. How I wanted to kill you. Queen Lumera's pet. The whimpering, pathetic worm. You are not my sibling.
And you're not mine. Vale is. Give her back.
I am Vale. And I'll prove it.
Yeah.
No!
Hell yeah, Divine Pulse. Easy. We go right here, we can get adjacent to... Oh, no, Javier. Javier do something? Probably not. Let's start from over here. If he does hit, he can knock her off the avoid tile. Which is not helpful for Citrine because she's already at 100% accuracy, but it could be a thing.
Ah, my loyal knight, Mavir. Aren't you going to protect me anymore?
I don't think I saw this dialogue.
My time with the Four Hounds is behind me. I will not protect you.
Same as ever, Mavir. You won't acknowledge me. You won't even say my name. Well, don't worry. I haven't forgotten your reward. How about a swift death?
I will sacrifice anything, everything, to save Lady Vale from you. Give me strength, Marnie. I have failed.
Worm!
Nice.
I believe I am in the right.
Easy. Fuck. She can't be moved. It's fine though. We didn't need it. Except. Oh, there's a kill for Ivy. No problem. Eh.
I'll lead.
For Alucia!
I suppose I didn't need to kill on Ivy. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't at this point.
I am sorry.
A crit and a hit with this kills. We need 2 crits with this to kill, so I guess we'll give this a shot.
You dare.
Oh wait. Lunar Brace is probably better for this than Bravery. Let me check that actually. Oh, significantly better, yeah. Now, crit and a hit with this kills. 14. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. It's still a little bit short. Well, that's unfortunate. That didn't quite pan out as we were hoping. It's bad. It's not going to work. But I wanted to try it. Text this guy. Oh wow, she actually hit. Look at that. I mean, we have a chance to crit with this one, so. Slot machine, oh!
Rhodia!
Oh. Luna, crit. Welcome to the slot machines. That's just stupid build. They will never, ever do something that we need to rely on like that. It's so dumb. Let's re-up this try on Zelkov here. Now that we are on a different RN string, he might crit now. No, okay. This is fine. Steed all. I didn't check the map before I pressed A.
Unfortunate.
He dodged. Okay. I was just gonna hit start to skip it and fucking reset. But that's okay. We didn't have to.
Observe!
It's not possible.
Oh, but it is.
I...
Really? Ivy did more work than Citrine. I suppose Ivy... We took Citrine's second enemy phase away by moving her forward, which was absolutely worth it because she nuked, like, double to triple health bars every time we had her on a player phase. That's, like, Reprisal's really good for that. Like, I know I said, oh, she's super enemy phase focused, but no, she's actually just really good.
Heed me well, O defective daughter of mine.
Papa.
My goal is so close I can taste it, but their kindness makes you weak. Now go and reclaim my emblem rings at once.
I won't!
So I see. That is a shame. Well then, there is nothing more you can do for me. And I have never been in the habit of keeping that which has no value.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the whole, like, zombie Alir plot point.
Why did you do that?
Oh god. This chapter. I also remember this being, like, 20 plus minutes of, like, dialogue and cutscenes.
Impossible.
So, skip all that.
I am your father. How dare you turn your sword on me? You mean to strike me down? Go on! Do it!
Why are you here all by yourself?
The war is finally over, Mother. We don't have to worry anymore.
Got him. I will say, the story wasn't that bad this time around. I actually enjoyed the Engage story quite a bit. And the cutscene, like the dialogue specifically, was
I know
more
that.
so the voice acting. Was way better in this one. Like Three Houses had fine voice acting too, but it was still really good. I feel like it's better in Engage, especially for the main character. I feel like Byleth was just, God, just terrible, man. Man. Okay, well, at least we have our strong emblem rings with us. We're missing quite a few, but we have all the big important ones, which is Ivy and Citrine mostly. Mostly Citrine, to be completely honest. There's a lot of spooky enemy formations here, and yeah. Oh, we don't have unit selection. Do we? Oh, we do get Veil though. That's good. Okay, so we can talk about Veil. There's really two ways you can play Veil. First is like a full support build, like Alear is. Her stats do not lean very well into combat in her base class, but you could switch her into like Mage Knight or Sage, another magically stinted class, and she'd be quite good. If you wanted to make use of her personal dagger, the Misericord, I suppose you could go into like Thief or Wolf Knight, but those aren't going to lend themselves very well to her magic. And the knife itself is not very strong, so... But if you want to try it, that's another thing you can do. I'd say there's two main ways. She does have relatively high magic for this point in the game, so if you were to reclass her into Sage, you could probably do something very similar to what Citrine does. Or what Citrine is doing, actually, in our playthrough, which is like a Reprisal plus style Vantage one-shot build. She could pretty well slot into that. At this point, I don't remember how much... I say I don't remember as if I've tried it. She probably gains a bit of magic going into Sage, and then maybe like a Spirit Dust or two, and she's caught up basically to what Citrine's magic is. So... On top, she is a bit more fragile, so she doesn't quite have that HP, but without the Angelic Robe from prior, it's actually quite close. We can look at those bases at some point. I suppose we put rando bond rings on people for now. Sure, have that. Gives you some bulk. I don't remember having good bond rings. I also remember not rolling many of them, though, because they're kind of a bait. Like, there are some really good ones. Oh, right, we have these things. I should definitely use those. Sure. Sure. And I guess that leaves you with her. And then Mavier. Dealer's choice, really, I guess. I believe we can reclass Mavier right now if we wanted to. If I have a second seal, I think we can reclass him. Yeah, we can. So, the problem is he doesn't have any... Oh no, we don't have any second seals. But he doesn't have tome proficiency. So we wouldn't be able to reclass him into either Sage or Mage Knight at the moment. we could go basically like pure lance melee classes, or that's it really. There's no like pure staff class in this game because at least martial monk or whatever. Oh no, we could go griffin as well. I suppose we could do griffin knight, so it'd be lance and staff. But we're gonna be looking at mage knight again probably, which is a very good class, and with that higher magic, decent build and speed, he's a fine candidate to be carrying Camilla around. Camilla will help him a lot with the speed. Chaos Style will also help with the speed, so we'll probably do something like that. But for now, let's get him some more utility. I have so many warp and rescue staves. Oh my god, please. Okay. Take that. And... I don't know why I put that away. But I meant to put that away, sorry. We could get like a stronger close range staff or just another utility staff. We'll take that. And then I guess do something like this. Are there any status staffs on this map? That's a much easier way of telling. No. Not until reinforcements at minimum. So we'll grab him, I guess, another healing staff. And get him either a mend or yeah, because we can't use you know what? Nah, actually bring that. Okay. We want Citrine and Ivy as far forward as possible to start with. I don't think Speedwing. Nice. Citrine is not a good matchup for the dragons, so we can't do that. So we'll probably put Citrine on the left here, and then Ivy can fight the ones on the right. Yeah, if we bring Citrine over here to the right early, get her a dance, let her go in, we can maybe get a rally spectrum on both of these two. Oh no, we don't have a second seal for Ivy to go back down to Lindworm level 1. Oh, that's brutal, man. I should have thought about it before we started the map anyway, though. So that's on me. Should get... Citrine can't even use Entrap, so we'll at least have her on a Physic. Well, that makes me not want to overuse Ivy too much on this map, but at the same time, it's like, what does it matter? She's already so strong. Man, really no. And I can't go get one. Really should have thought about that. I have the gold for it too, I just literally didn't do it. Alright, well, enough talking about it. So we bring Citrine down to... no, that's impassable for her. So maybe we do have Ivy on the right. Or the left. That way she can do stuff here. That's a Meteor Staff we need to keep an eye on. We can also, we do need to get Ivy's speed up again. So, I don't think I have a speed tonic for her, actually. No, I have magic tonic. But that's not what she needs. She has plenty of magic. Yeah, I don't have a food buff for this map, actually. That's pretty obnoxious. Oh. Let me think here. Because she's at 28 speed right now. Her base speed has gotten quite good. With a dance, that goes up to 31, which lets her double a wyvern. If she kills this wyvern, she will then have the speed taker trigger to double this wyvern. And then beyond that, she doubles a lot of the stuff over here, except, like, obviously she's not going to double the wolf knights without basically full stacks plus a dance. Not even basically. She will require full stacks of speed taker to double wolf knights. So we'll probably try and bait those out with Citrine instead. So we'll probably push Citrine as deep as we can here. And we'll treat Ivy as more of just a player phase that we can fall back on engaging and doing some clutch enemy phasing for us. So I guess that'll be the plan. We'll just let Citrine hoover up the map. If it turns out we need something other than what we have, I can just go back to preps real quick and get it. Like, if I wanted wait, no, we do still have the food buff. She's weighed down by her tome, that's what it was. I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
Very well.
So we can go... How do I want to do this?
You
I mean,
got
we
it.
could probably come down here with Amber, attack this guy with a tomahawk, and then just, like, dip back. And then go here with Citrine. We could heal him back up.
The stage is mine.
That's out of range. Thoron, this guy to death.
Please forgive me.
And then we'll just let her take on a handful of units every turn. Ivy doesn't get doubled by these Swordmasters, which is nice.
Come and face me.
Kagetsu doubles them with a Silver Sword, though, so that seems pretty strong. So let's have him grab those. Is that 51 attack good enough to kill them? It's 26 times 2. It's not. We can get a rally, or we can put Alir adjacent. Do we want to get a rally early over
Understood.
here off? On some units? Rally should be enough. 54 attack now is... $29 times 2, which is just enough. So we can chill there now.
Let's do this.
Bram is fast
Your
enough
steward's
to get
ready.
these guys. And they both have... Well, this guy's got 2 range, so we should try and bait him with just the 1. We could do it with the Tomahawk, but then she doesn't double. So we'll just sit with this.
Here goes.
We can put Alir adjacent to her. These guys just have healing stabs. Okay.
Where to? Count on me.
Oh, that's the meteor tone? I don't really care about that. We can just chill.
Mavier reporting.
Why did I put you in range bonus? Should not. Likelihood is that Citrine gets attacked anyway,
Yes.
though, so it's not a big deal. Though if he does go for the break, I suppose that's
All
fine.
reset. Try again.
I have done math incorrectly
I'm
somewhere.
sorry.
Oh man, we need a second seal for Kagetsu too? Damn. Good level though. Also, he's taking like no damage to this guys. That's so crazy. How tanky he is. Perfect. Oh no, she got smashed out of range? I don't want that. Oh, fuck off. Also, I'm pretty sure the sages are ignoring her.
Tougher than I look.
Okay, good. I was about to say, oh man, 1 damage short. That's with
The
Alir
divine dragon.
adjacent too. That's pretty tough. Oh, neither can reach. Okay, that's fine. She's not quite invincible to magic yet, so... I don't have a way of choke pointing these guys with Citrine, so if I can either, like, retreat with my whole army, or just push Citrine forward. One issue is this meteor. Not a fan of that. Don't have a rescue staff either. Hortensia does. Rescue's got quite a bit of reach. So I could just load on down here, kill that guy. Not quite kill, but... Kagetsu 100% can kill him. With Fail Not. So that's good. He does take a bit of damage back, but that's fine. And then we can rescue Kagetsu back with Hortensia. I don't know if safely is in the cards, but we'll see where we need to be. Decent amount of damage on Alir here, but it's just not quite enough. Okay, so he's got good damage there. I think instead of trying to keep these guys from attacking my other units, I just want to clear a path for Citrine and let her come up as far as possible. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get you right here. I don't want to bait the Chi Adepts, actually. They'll break her, and then she can't counter. Oh, no, wait, they won't break her, because she'll Vantage. It's pretty dumb. I am worried about her accuracy on those guys, so I might try and get a rally first. She can't reach for a rally, actually. It's a bit too far. That's fine. She wasn't doing anything else anyway. So let's go ahead and get that rally. We can maybe get a dance instead. So maybe we have Hortensia. No, we don't want to do that. I need somebody tanky to come over and finish off this far guy. Or 3 range. 3 range would also work. Good 3 range would help. She's a little short with the Lear's buff anyway. Engaging just makes her a little bit tankier. Good. We'll just stand right there. That keeps this guy from moving forward. Alear can come down here. Maybe provide boof to people. Oh, I don't have Violet anyway. It's fine. We can sit a unit right here and pick up all 3 of these in a single turn. Because I don't think we get to use them. So, also need to keep an eye on that guy. So I think what I want to do is engage here.
Emblem, engage!
Swing on one of these 2 with Amber. He'll 1-tap both of them. I guess we'll go for this one, since he's further away.
Just like a hero.
Chill there. Tamara. She can try, I guess. Sandstorm Trigger probably kills. But we don't get those around here. Veil does not have a Thoron, but I think we have one in the convoy. I have a +1 Thoron in the convoy. And a +1 Volcanon? Sheesh. Got some fat loot in here, boys. 1 chain attack here kills.
Me first.
Have another.
I just want to live in peace.
Okay. Then we can... I don't want to do this. We'll pull the handle on the slot machine first. Okay. No dice. You get out of the way. Could have done this from the beginning. Can do it from Citrine Square, though. We come over here. Where can Seed All Dance from? Right there, and he'd be having to canter to here? No. He had to be canter back. That's fine. So we can go here, attack. No. Yeah. Looks like that's our only option for doing this. Oh, I should have put Camilla with Mavier in this map.
Victory.
It would have been good for them to start building a little bit of bond. Would love to be right here. Her hit on the other guys would actually be even worse. 73, avoid. It's not that bad, actually. Should be in, like, the 80-ish, I think. Somewhere around there. Upper 80s, low 90s. Seed All should survive a single hit from a Paladin. Or a Royal Knight, even. So I'm not too concerned about that. He even has a -1 damage taken from being adjacent to a Leer. I want to see how this goes.
Please forgive me.
She got the stat. She leveled up build and speed in the same level and only took 33 levels to get there. Maybe even more than that, actually, but I mean, it's not shocking that we would get one across that many, but it's still amusing to see it finally happen. She's been so tiny for so long. 5 build life.
Got your back!
We're just doing that to hex him. Then hopefully, she can kill. Oh, right, my whole plan was to go get this meteor staff. Not meteor staff, meteor tome. But I suppose we didn't do that. Elsurge and Bolganon. We can have Ivy deal with that for sure. Without even, right, we'll just find. What is that? Is that last one? What's that, Paladin? She got 34 res. She's not taking a lot of damage from that one. 44 on physical. She's actually, I think, fine to tank all of these. Let me double check that math. 44. Minus 28 is 16. 16, 34 minus 48 is 14, that's 30. And then 51 minus 34 is 17. So that'd be 47. Yeah, so she should just barely live all of this without avoiding anything or anything like that. I highly doubt they will go for you. So I will do that. Alright, see what happens. Nice.
I claim this victory.
We got the spooky hit rates first. It's nice to see.
Please forgive me.
Can we get the Wolf Knights next? No? Okay. Almost tanky enough.
I claim this victory.
Also almost tanky enough.
Please forgive me.
Same class. You would expect it.
I claim this victory. Unforgivable.
Oh, fuck off. I don't think she has enough HP now to trigger Hold Out Plus either. Nope. Just dodge, Luna. That's fine. We got hit by a 7% crit. I think we can take dodging a 70 or a 65%.
Please forgive me.
We take those both ways.
I claim this victory.
That is the downside of Ivy's low luck. We've just come to terms with these things. There we go. The Hex made her able to kill in one round. Advantaging off the Great Lance.
Please forgive me.
Oh, 92, yeah. She had less hit on the Swordmaster.
I claim this victory.
That's good. Yeah, we should definitely get the Sacred Forge on here. Now that we're pretty significantly over the damage threshold that we need. If that was dumb, we absolutely crushed that over here.
Only what I deserve.
We could kill with Flare up and get full, well, not full, but some amount of HP back, but I think we're just gonna do this. We don't need to Flare right now. Because from what I remember, I do believe we get a pretty significant amount of reinforcements on this map whenever we start picking up rings. So...
Such ephemeral life.
We go here, we'll pick up both, or I can keep trucking her toward the objective. What if I can't reposition? Shit. I do this. Then dance.
May I call on you?
I guess we don't get the, summon another colorless unit. I think it's probably just
It
the
is
best
time
one.
to honor your contract.
Okay. Imagine being a staff class and not having a staff. Fucking useless. But you can chain guard, I guess, so there's that. Sure. I mean, Amber doesn't die to this guy. So we can bait with him. How do I pick these things up? Pearlium rings. How I fucked up? I don't know if I can pick these up. Well, that'd be a bit annoying if we just used that entire start of the map to just not be able to get the emblem rings. I'm gonna slap on the longbow, actually. I don't think Pure Water is gonna help him at all, but I'm gonna slap on the longbow. Because this guy tends to have really shit accuracy at 4 range. So he'll tend to kind of err on the side of trying to hit and go for the 3 range attack, which we can counter if we do that. Alright. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there it is. It's not a ton of damage, but it should be enough to let most of my units weaken him. Okay. From what I understood, I needed to stop within a certain number of squares of these in order to loot them. So we can't go on them. And if the case of I can't be using an emblem ring to pick these up, I literally can't complete this map right now. Because I have all the DLC rings and I put bond rings on. So that's a thing. Yeah, I literally can't do this map like this. Hold on. I need to look this up. Happy Engage, Chapter 22. I guess soft lock is probably not the right word, because I just have to reset it so like I can't progress the game. Emblem, looting, let's see, what's this? I'm not saying anything about it, but I believe before the map it says, hey, you need to stop nearby and you'll pick it up. I've tried this, and I cannot pick it up. Imagine not having enough damage to kill with a bow on a squishy flyer.
I'll apologize later.
I'm okay.
I believe you. I hit this guy. Ah, you suck. Well, get over there for a chain attack, I guess. Actually, kind of standing where Alchris needs to stand. I suppose you can attack the other one.
Leave it to me.
I had no choice but to win.
Even with his super high dex, still not enough hit in order to be at 100% for that guy. I can't get close enough to... Yeah, there's so much shit in her way right there. The way I positioned her. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, not done yet.
I don't know why I attacked Bell Surge, but it doesn't really matter. Who the fuck are you? Just a random Elf Thunder High Priest. I don't give a shit about you. Notably though, that is the one enemy that has the highest chance of survival against Citrine, which is extremely high res. Oh no, he would survive with Warding Blow. Yeah, so we can't do that. We gotta make sure... Oh wait, no, that's on enemy phase though, right? That's when I attack him. Oh no, when unit initiates combat. Never mind. That would be Warding Stance. So yeah, no, yeah. That would be one that doesn't die. Can't do that.
Here they are.
Alear
Carefrest,
has to
Emblem
do
of
it.
Echoes.
Got it. I forgot that little detail. The emblems aren't targetable, they're just kind of chilling there, so... Okay. That's good. ID hasn't really gotten going yet, so I can't just be like, alright, let's go, girl. Time for you to rock and roll. Quite yet. Neither of these two are very good against this guy. Can we break a dragon? I guess we can? That means we can hex with Hortensia.
A little help, please?
Represai gives us multiple chances to crit and trigger Sandstorm versus the single hit from the Silver Great Lance, so I suppose we should do it. And we got neither, which is great. I'm hoping Vale can finish this guy off in that case. It looks like she can. Yeah. Without taking a counter as well, it's fine.
Good night.
Alright, got the Speed Wang. No supports over here for Cram. Okay. Just looking for some accuracy boosts. Maybe a little bit. So she's got 61 attack, or 61 hit with the bow. 66 with the Revenge. I mean, 80, 89 you can't really beat. She also doubles these guys.
Alright.
Tougher than I look.
Which is kind of
It's
gross.
decided.
Oh, fuck, I just put her in range of this guy. Well, it's fine, I guess. We can bait him to the wall and then shoot him with a longbow, I guess. And then... oh, there's a fucking dragon here? Shit. Okay, we can go here. It's not in range of as much, but it's also not insta-death. So, there's that.
I claim this victory.
Two build levels in a row? What a legend. She's getting faster.
Please forgive me. I claim this victory.
Good. Oh. Okay. Are there chests on this map? No, just random thieves, I guess. Okay. Oh god, he actually takes damage from thieves. I suppose I should have expected that coming into the late game, but... whatever. We're gonna come over here, get a dance, and go get the other spirits. I'm just gonna chill over here.
We found. Teach us. Sweep across.
Academy, Blazing, and Lynn, Byleth, and Lucina. Let's grab Lynn.
I apologize that someone more impressive is not here to greet you.
Slot Machine got us a crit, but no, nothing beyond that. This is Byleth. That would be Alear. I don't know if it'll let me pick him up with Alear though. I'm gonna try. Lucina would be Zelkov currently. He's all the way over here. Or not Lucina. That would be Seedall. But I don't think we're going to be allowed to bonded shield, so we can pick it up with basically whoever. We'll go grab with Tamara since she's over here. We can grab Ike with Seedall, I guess. It doesn't matter. Not particularly good. Shoot.
That settles it.
I think for like a couple of turns at the end, I'm gonna have to pick up a couple of them with like my DLC bracelet units, but I will try not to. She's so close. Does this guy have a... He has a longbow, of course. You would be such a massive twat. There's no way I can do this. Cause like I could attack with the Hildskjalf to not take a counterattack, but then we wouldn't counter the longbow. So it's just not gonna work. We could also come down here and kill with Kagetsu. Do that with the Fail Knot. It probably kills. I think I've got options if I miss. Or not miss, like if I don't crit. Okay, alright, we're gonna have to figure out some of those options then.
Grant me strength.
That do.
Enough! For Alucia.
That will do. It's a speed taker proc too. It's all good stuff.
Please forgive me.
Probably heal up Kagetsu here. Now, do I have to... Now, when it says recover, does that just mean activate them? Or do I have to actually pick them all up? That's what I'm wondering. .27% crit is a lot, dude. We're just gonna chill here. I don't think we want to grab either Micaiah or Celica with Zelkov here. Just hang out. Oh, we can grab Micaiah with They all have Silver Dagor. Okay, where's Ivy? She's at...
Yes.
32 speed. Good. Not great accuracy with that, with an inaccuracy engraving. $77. Do we take? Bolting accuracy is way too low. Boron accuracy is also not great. Oh, I can Cataclysm from 3 range, though. That is enough.
Are you ready to die? Be gone!
Another stack of Speed Taker. We can grab Celica here.
Meeting like this is a sign.
We can dance. $37 is 1 point short. But that would effectively block off the walkway, but I would have to rescue her out if I do that. And I don't think I have a rescue staff unused at the moment. But I think I can get one.
Hurry up and die!
Yeah, block. The pathway is pretty well blocked there now.
Unforgivable.
I don't think this worked. I think I needed to get the rescue staff with Ivy. So I don't have another staff user nearby Alir. And I've already expended my dance. Oh wait, no. Lobbyer's a rescue. Ah. Beautiful. Actually, let's go get our emblem first.
I ask that you join me now.
Yeah. Now we rescue. Beautiful. Like a charm. Okay, we really need Alir moving though, so... Oh, probably should have moved first, but here we are. You and... Oh, I needed to grab Byleth. Hold on.
I'm already working with an emblem, so I'll hold on to this ring for you.
Fantastic.
Whoa! Does this mean I can do double engage? Probably not. I'll just keep it safe for now.
Fantastic. They thought of everything. Sensational. Let's get moving then. Oh. Oh. That's so good. It just sucks up another part of the map. Brionac. I don't have an S rank staff. Oh no, I do. I have we have what's her face? Tamara. Tamara can use that. Hell yeah. It doesn't heal her at all, so yeah, fine. We can have Kagetsu down here to help with a problematic enemy if we need to.
I claim this victory.
Why did they not attack?
Please forgive me.
They should have been able to hit her.
I claim this victory.
They were lining up for chain attacks, maybe? I don't know.
For Alucia. Unforgivable.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, did they do no damage? This guy didn't deal any damage because he's using a hurricane axe. Okay, that makes sense. So we should attack him first.
Please forgive me.
A ridiculously good unit. Alright, let's get a leader over here. Hold on. Let's actually Divine Blessing, since we're about to lose it. Put it on Zelkov, since
I'll be good.
Hortensia should never see combat.
You have my gratitude.
Realistically, Hortensia should never see a counterattack. She might get in combat, but she should never see a counter. Because we'll have her hexed with Dark Inferno or something.
No mistakes.
We can reach, may as well do it. Not do anything else.
I claim this victory. Please forgive me.
I can't stress, after playing, like, the Fell Xenologue and struggling through combat on my first playthrough, how satisfying it is to see this happening. Like, it's so good.
Please forgive me.
Okay, and then once we've gotten this next one, next turn we can rescue Alir over. There we go. Let's see some of these like double ring
You have not been
conversations.
engaged yet, I see. I have. So I'll just keep you in my pocket, safe and sound.
Oh, okay. It won't repeat the line because she's already said it once and it's not unique.
So many rings. I'll just hold on to this one and keep it nice and safe.
Okay. Got that. Rescue her this turn. I don't think we can get seed all over there. We maybe can. Not quite. Quite enough damage there. That's fine. We soften them up first. Missed. That doesn't matter. If I stand Alir here, I can talk to all three of them with Citrine next turn and we complete the episode. We're done! A ridiculous, ridiculous unit. Oh no, we're being encroached on by 4 enemies. Help. Alright. Shack up right in the middle. Talk.
I have a prior engagement, quite literally. I'll keep you safe in my hands for now.
Talk. And complete.
That's all of the rings!
I'm upset.
For Lucia.
I'll apologize later.
Brave bow not always the best option. It's going to be effectively +2 speed for the Brave Bow since he's got not high enough build to use it properly. So that's nice.
Think whatever you like.
I wonder if there's any merit to inheriting plus dexterity on Tamara. Probably not, but, I mean... we don't have another skill slot on her at the moment. Be you Paladin? 27 defense? What's your attack speed? 26. She doubles with Reprisai. 35 attack versus 27 defense. So she can double for 8. Or hit once for 21. I'm gonna go for the double because we have more chances for crits and sandstorms. That's really it. Still move my units up. Maybe reach to help in time. I doubt it though. I have enough units over there to kill anyway, but it's whatever. Like Ivy's over there. Ivy can 1v1 this way. And by 1v1, I mean literally one round with no problem. Alright, come on, Tamara. You can do this.
I'll go.
Heart says the Great Lance is correct. But Neuron Activate Monkey Brain wants to see Sandstorm. Okay.
You have my respect.
Fuck myself, I guess. Shocking. Alright. That's the game. We got some units to second seal down. Oh. We got units to second
Dragon
seal.
Child, you who fought bravely even after death. Would you rise
A new
once
forge.
more?
The Forge of Fire. A new engraving. I'm the Fire Emblem.
How hard it may be, I have to continue until the world is safe. I must fight, like the emblems have.
I have heard your wish, and thus, our power is yours.
Very cool. It's a cool cutscene. I didn't mind watching that. Again. But it's almost 11. I am tired, man.
It's 12.
It's a good thing, like, most of these maps have not required any brain power whatsoever because I do not have any brain power to give them. Silver's nice. I will say, I'm not going to waste my resources upgrading Vale's weapons this time around. Oh, that was such a fucking waste last time. But now we get to do some cool stuff. We get to grab Mavier. We're going to make him... I need to check and see what rank Staff Warp is. Because if we're going to have him with Micaiah, the C rank stabs that Micaiah gives may not be high enough to let Mavier be like a really great user of it without being in a staff class already. Which would probably mean we put him in Sage, which feels bad because it like really limits his really good bulk. Oh, okay, we're just gonna do some bond combos.
My home country of Nor rarely sees the sun. It's like your snowy Alucia in that way.
Sounds like I'd feel right at home there then. I'd love to see it someday.
Lightning. Real lightning.
Say, Ike, what sort of stuff does a band of mercenaries get up to usually?
All kinds. Stopping bandits, saving villages. A queen once asked us to defeat some invaders.
I love it! Sounds like you were a band of heroes, more like.
I don't know about that. We just couldn't stand to walk away when people were in trouble.
That is accurate. That does sound like the Grail Mercenaries. Okay. So we do have, like, the best forge in the game now. Engrave. Because the Fire Forge is broken as shit. That's not the best example, because this forge that we have currently is also super broken. Let's put it on just like a normal weapon to show it off real quick. -1 might for -1 weight, +20 hit, crit, avoid, and crit avoid. Who thought that was a good idea? I have no idea. But it's very good.
I'll be
We
here.
may put that on Ivy's Bolganon. But it does reduce the might. So I don't know. Like this, I don't think Lucina's Forge reduces the might. I don't know what I would put it on this one, in this run. We have so many good forges. Let's check it against this Lucina Forge. Damn it. The Lucina engraving is... no, it's the same, but it's less hit and less avoid, but it gives us crit and crit avoid. Neither of those are particularly relevant for Ivy. The crit avoid is nice, though. I don't know if I want to drop that hit. The hit's super helpful. It's not a ton of hit, though. I don't know. She's the...
I'll be here.
The only one of our big enemy phase units that matters, though. I suppose I could put it on Zelkov? One of his weapons, or Amber, one of his weapons could be pretty good. Fram, we could put it on the Revenge instead. That does reduce the weight of it. And now that we have Marth back, we could put that one on something different, like possibly one of all of Chris' bows, like the Silver Bow. Reducing anything might-wise on Tamara feels like a terrible idea. Or we could put it on a weapon for Mavier. That might be the play, since he's going to be a combat unit soon. But I need to go pick up some second seals. We need to get people some weapon proficiencies, and we got to switch around some bond ring, or not bond rings. We got to switch around some emblem rings.
Welcome.
And
I
so
thank
I need
you.
one,
I
two,
thank you. I
three.
thank you.
So I need one for Kagetsu, one for
come again.
Ivy, one for
Welcome.
Mavier, and one for Alir as well, actually. So I need to get one more.
I thank you.
Okay.
Do come again.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the reclassing now. So let's get Ivy changed back to Lindworm. Kagetsu back down to Wyvern. And this is where I could switch Kagetsu to, like, a different weapon type. But I feel like Sword Axe has been just fine. I feel like Sword Lance would be just strictly a downgrade. Oh, we could also put the Fire Forge just, like, on an inaccurate weapon. Like a Tomahawk. If we wanted to do something like that. Also something we could do. I think that was everyone that was at 20, so we want to reclass Mavier. Let's check real quick. Warp is B rank. Warp and Rescue are both B rank. Boo. 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 It's fine. I forgot. We're not using Mavier with Micaiah. We're using Mavier with, Camilla. So let's head to the arena real fast. I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as I can because I do want to go to sleep. But I want to get this stuff done before tomorrow because then I want to, like, in the morning when I get up, finish up all the Somniel stuff hopefully before stream tomorrow. So we want to do emblem training with Mavier. And if I can, just straight levels with Camilla. When does she give tome proficiency? 17? That's a lot. It's fine though. Because, like, what else are we using our bond fragments for? We'll probably
no longer the person I was.
Get Mavier some levels with
Camilla. No need to be so nervous.
Lynn?
Is most valuable. My thanks.
Just for a skill to inherit?
If you take issue with fighting alongside a traitor, Lady Camilla, I will understand.
Oh, not at all. I trust you. And if you betray us, my vengeance will be a sight to horrify gods.
The tone that she said that in did not match the gravity of what she just said. In the slightest.
Come at me, without reservation.
I'm Camilla. Don't worry, I'll take good care of you.
This is most valuable. My thanks. It is strangely easy for me to confide in you. Are you using some kind of magic?
Of course not. I simply have a lot of experience as a listener. Please do take advantage of it.
Actually, like, for the amount of bond fragments we got from fishing,
I, Mavier, shall be your opponent.
this is actually not bad.
I am the eldest princess of Nor, Camilla.
This most valuable. My thanks.
$19 might. Deals extra damage equal to foes' resistance minus defense. So I guess if Mavier is having trouble, like, one-rounding a mage or something like that, we could just engage, whip out Camilla's axe, and fucking one-tap him. I'm gonna be that guy. The min-maxer in me can't help but do it. If I think about it, I'm gonna do it. We can go polish Camilla's ring and get a bunch of, like, free bond fragments.
Gently, please. You needn't hold back. Thank you. I'm quite pleased with your work.
And that got him... So we were at base 15, and that got him a third of the level, yeah.
Lady Camilla!
Isn't this nice?
And then Hortensia can have Micaiah.
Micaiah!
Lucina, together.
Erica!
It's gonna be Marth or Roy, I think, for Zelkov. I think the speed might be really powerful for him. I think Divine Speed will probably be more impactful than just, like, the levels and strength from Roy. Though the Binding Blade and Rise Above are both quite good. I think Lodestar Rush has more application than Blazing Lion.
Marth, let's go!
So unless I was really hurting for the strength, like I needed giga massive strength, I think Marth is probably going to be better for Zelkov, by comparison. Tamara, we could use Roy with, since she never really uses Ike. The Binding Blade provides the same defensive bonuses, actually better defensive bonuses than Ragnell, and I believe it's lighter, though we can't quite see that.
Roy!
I'm with you!
Why not give it a shot, right? We could also use her with Corrin, just to have a Corrin user. Someone to lock enemies in place, if necessary. I actually really don't hate that idea.
Corrin! I'll protect you.
Even though it's just magic that she's gaining, which is not helpful for Tamara in the slightest. But at this point, I've kind of given up on Tamara as a combat unit.
Violet!
Let's go.
And now that I'm looking at it, we actually probably do want those bond fragments, because I need to get... I do kind of want to get base levels with all of these emblems that we just picked up, with all of these units. Like, I need to get at least a Lear to dual support, which I think is 13 with Lucina. So this extra amount of bond fragments that we're using for Mavier might be a little overkill. But what's done is done. We still have 10,000, and I still have all the bond fragments from the Somniel rotation. So
I'm Camilla. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you.
oh damn, she chonky now. Damn, boy.
My mind was unfocused.
Flame Lance Unforged is also just a garbage weapon, though, so... Alright, we have magic proficiency. I kind of want to get sword proficiency, too, but it doesn't really matter. I'm never going to use a sword. Like, the application for where I would use a sword on Mavier is the same as when I would use a lance. It's if I wanted to break an enemy. So... Whereas, yes, the 11th sword is probably better at hitting enemies like warriors and berserkers, rather than a lance hitting a swordmaster or a hero, which are much dodgier. Who cares? That's so overpriced for the fact that plus 5 speed is 2,000. What? What's a good skill for Mavier to grab? Mavier can get... it might just be, like, Magic +2. Like, it seems bad comparatively, but we could get Magic +2, and then just, like, plus speed from Lynn. Or we could try and do some, like, jank, axe power, plus magic, like, bolt axe build. Which would not be good in the slightest, because it would be for, like, 4 attacks on player phase, and then he would just go back to using tomes again. Unless we class change to Mage Knight with axes. Oh, it is there. I was like, I thought it was the sword one. I was like, where's the axe one? Let me iterate again. I do not believe this is a good build. But it should prove to be amusing, if nothing else. I love how he just comes off of reclassing with capped HP and build. Like, alright, dude, you got it. Alright, he can use 0 of his inventory, so let's get that fixed. Do I have a Hurricane Axe? I don't. I can buy one, probably. I'm 90% sure I sold it, but that's fine. Let's grab the Thoron and Bolganon we put on her as well. I suppose we could carry around a physical axe for maybe a mage of some sort, but his strength is going to be so low. But I suppose if we have axe power, that doesn't really matter. I guess we could carry around, like, it's a tomahawk. And then we need to get him a Hurricane Axe. And then if we inherit axe power... Alright, I'm not going to get too deep into this build, but I'm going to leave the tomahawk on him as to remember with. We need bond levels with Lucina.
No holding back. Lucina, Princess of Elise, has arrived.
Thank you for the...
We've seen all of their bond conversations before. Because we kept Lucina on Alir for forever last game. My first playthrough, instead of heavily abusing Bonded Shield, which, I mean, I guess I haven't really been using Bonded Shield at all this time because we've created 2 units that don't need it. But we can start doing so, I guess, in this upcoming map. So... we're gonna go up to Dual Assist. We're not gonna go, or, sorry,
I am Lucina.
Dual Support.
Let's see what you can do.
We're not gonna go all the way up to, like, 20 or anything. I think Dual Support is 13. I'm not 100% sure, though. I really hope it's, like, low in the teens, though, and not upper, because that would be a lot of bond fragments. But because Alir... yeah, it's 13, perfect. So because Alir has supports with every unit in the cast, all the way up to A,
spar with me.
she can, or he, depending on which you chose at the beginning of the game, they can get the maximum avoid bonus from this constantly. And then you can put, like, the Micaiah Forge on a weapon for her, which is plus 40 more avoid, and like an avoid plus skill for Marth, and she could easily broach like 200 to 300 avoid. Just from her speed, and then all of those buffs stacked up. Maybe not 300, but pretty fucking high. Over 200 for sure. So, that's a thing. Let's get Hortensia some Micaiah levels, and then I'll probably call it. I'm just gonna do all this stuff before I think tomorrow.
It's the second princess of Illusia, Hortensia!
I am Micaiah of Dayan.
God, I forgot how
will
annoying
not
her voice
hold
is.
back.
A draw, you say? I am so shocked. They were both doing 0 damage to each other.
Ugh.
Alright, now that we have knife proficiency with Hortensia, we can switch to Thief. Do we need anything beyond that? I don't think so. Having access to the Fanny would be nice, but I don't think it's that relevant. Once we get beyond 10, we can maybe go to 11 for the additional engage turn for Strong Bond. But that's about it. And even then, we probably didn't need to do that because we would have gotten it
I am Micaiah.
mid-bath.
It's a pleasure.
After engaging the first time, extending her first engagement anyway. So, maybe didn't need to do it, but that's not too much bond fragment investment. And then Tamara... I guess Zelkov with Marth is much more impactful than Tamara and Roy.
I am Zelkov. That is all you need to know.
I am Marth, Prince of Altea.
Fortunate this was merely a training exercise. My main pursuit is to win us victory. For that purpose, Marth, consider me at your disposal.
That is kind of you, but I will accept no offer of service. Let us fight together as equals.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I should have plenty of time to do stuff tomorrow morning, actually. When I look at it, I don't have to go into work until late, which is nice.
I am Zelkov, retainer to Princess Ivy.
I am Marth. The loss is mine.
I am Marth.
Fortunate this was merely
I don't
a
need to
training
elaborate
exercise.
further.
You work too hard, Zelkov. A little rest now and then would do you good.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it is unnecessary. I fear idleness more than lack of rest.
What kind of dark thoughts are you hiding from, Zelkov? Do I get anything useful from Marth? Oh no, I have to do his paralogue. Right. The Marth paralogue. With bulk-capped heroes and infinite wyvern reinforcements. Marth paralogue. Okay. Then we'll get Violet to 10 as well. And then we should be roughly just about
I
out of
must be more powerful than I was.
We'll learn together.
Whack.
At the last. I admire your strength.
I do love that animation that Vale has, though. If you're noticing, whenever she gets knocked back by a hard hit, she, like, braces herself with,
Now
like,
that
this
I'm here
magic
with
circle
everyone,
behind her.
I just feel so happy.
That looks really cool. I'm a big fan of that. It's too bad she's, like, far too fragile to be able to see it very often. But it's super cool, nonetheless. Alright, Violet to 10 gives her access to full suite of...
No need to be shy.
Engage goodies. Violet doesn't have that many relevant skills. Like, Divine Pulse Plus is interesting, but it's not useful for her if she's not attacking. She'll spend most of her time rallying. She'll either be Goddess Dancing or Instruct-Alling. I'm also going to get her favorite food, because that's just really good for a Violet user. But it's also really good for your Lucina user. And you can't do both in the same map, so... I suppose... it's probably more beneficial to me on Veil, because I've not really used it on Alear. Or I've not really used Bonded Shield period recently, but that's mostly because I've been using
Are you my opponent?
Seedall to Just Dance.
Oh no! To get even stronger.
And with Seedall not being our Lucina holder anymore, we may wind up using it much more.
I hope it's okay if I ask you this. Do you think I'm scary?
No, I'm not scared of you, Vale. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You're one of us.
Wholesome. Okay. Veil. Oh, it's level 8. We'll get to that. Another skill I'm interested in inheriting on her is either Canter or Holdout. Holdout can be really nice for her because you can put her in a shitty position where she gets attacked by something that will kill her once. Only one unit. Because Holdout only works if you're at like 80 or 60% or above. But it'll save her from one unit attack. So we could put her in a relatively bad position if we wanted to do that. Outside of that, Canter is probably a really good one. It only works with Dance of the Goddess. It doesn't work with Instruct All. If you're not certain on the wording of Canter or how it works, it's anytime you do an experience granting action, it's using a staff, dancing, attacking, using an engage skill, most of them anyway, I think. All of those things grant experience, but using something like a Dragon Vein on Corin or Camilla, Bonded Shields initial cast does not give experience, so that doesn't work. Rallying doesn't work. Trading and using an item doesn't work. So like you can't Canter after everything, but anything you do that causes your character to gain experience will allow you to move again when you Canter. So big infusion of bond fragments there. So in the regard that she will be dancing once and then rallying after that, makes Canter not seem that great, but on the turns in between when she wants to be rebuilding her engage meter is something we can look into. Who's Mavier support? Amber? Ivy. Most Amber, Ivy, and that's it, really. And Veil, obviously. And Veil supports Mavier, Tamara, Hortensia, Citrine, Seedall, Marin, Ivy. That's actually quite a few. I'm interested to see Honestly, I'm the most interested to see Mavier Amber. If I'm being perfectly honest. Depends on if they don't have a +2 speed meal that they like though, so big Sag. How about Vale and Citrine? They probably like at least the fruit. Candied fruits. Well, there's 2 plus speed ones. No, they don't like candied fruit. I guess Vale doesn't. I guess Vale likes fish. Okay, well, let's do fish then.
I'd rather eat than cook, but I'll do my best. So if I put this here...
Well, if you
what
cook,
a
you can then
picturesque
eat.
dish. Here you go. Enjoy.
It's yummy.
This may rival...
Nice. Also, notably, no meal. We could save scum to re-roll that and try to do it again, but I really don't care that much. But that's kind of the downside of favorite food. Unless you're willing to do that, save scumming, you could just not get to have it. And it's just a wasted skill slot, which you can trade off if you have another skill to use. You can just change it off for a map. It's a pretty cheap skill. It's not a big SP invest. It's like 200 skill points. It's not that much. Ooh. Not great. We need to get the Brianak on, Tamara as well. Instead of that spear. It's the same power as a +2 Reprosai, but it's 8 heavier. Unbelievable. They just had to make her fucking tiny, didn't they? Like, why? Why 7 build with no way of increasing that with the booster? Like, yeah, we could give her Hector or Sigurd or Leaf, but I mean, Sigurd may actually even be pretty decent for her, to be honest, but we can look into it. If we were going to, though, we probably should have had him on her a long time ago. But that's where I'm going to end it for today. Go back to the arena. We're going to fight there. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. Appreciate you joining me. Got a lot done today. Got 2 full chapters, but I suppose without it forcing us into the Somniel, we had plenty of time to do those 2 chapters. Especially since, as I alluded to earlier, they weren't exactly the most difficult with the way we have our units set up. Citrine being able to just hard sweep the entire map. She would have had trouble with that one Elthunder High Priest had he gotten to attack her. That's it. But because of how aggressively we were able to clear off the map beforehand, it didn't matter. So our units feel quite strong. We'll have to see how it goes in the super endgame maps when we have to split our units up. We don't really have to, but it's beneficial to split our units up to go to the different emblems and like use the effective damage on them and stuff like that. So for the final map, at least, we'll have to see how that goes, especially since we're not using some of those emblems. We'll see. Maybe the map will dynamically add enemies from like, or Camilla or Veronica or whatever, whenever we do it. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed again. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same thing. We'll carry on this run. Should be good. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. And until tomorrow, take care of yourselves. Stay beautiful. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a short list. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.